Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Miami Heat star Bam Adebayo gets 100% real about DPOY snubs. No secret, Miami Heat big man Bam Adebayo has been consistently good on defense for quite some time now. The thing is, the Team USA star is getting annoyed about being constantly snubbed to win the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year. Adebayo was selected 14th overall by the Heat in the 2017 NBA Draft after playing one season at the University of Kentucky. As a rookie, he came off the bench, averaging 6.9 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 1.5 assists per game. In the 2018-19 season, Adebayo's role increased, and he started 73 games, averaging 8.9 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 2.2 assists. Adebayo's breakout season came in 2019-20 when he was named an NBA All-Star for the first time. He started all 72 games, posting career highs of 15.9 points, 10.2 rebounds, 5.1 assists, and 1.3 blocks per game. Adebayo helped lead the Heat to the 2020 NBA Finals, where they lost to the LeBron James Los Angeles Lakers. Over the next two seasons, Adebayo continued to improve, making the All-Defensive second team in 2020-21 and 2021-22. In the 2022-23 season, he had a career high in scoring at 20.4 points per game and helped the Heat reach the NBA Finals again, where they fell to the Nikola Jokic's Denver Nuggets. This past season, the Heat star was named to his first All-Defensive first team and earned his third All-Star selection. At just 26 years old, the versatile big man has established himself as one of the league's premier two-way players. Miami Heat big man Bam Adebayo shares thoughts about DPOY snub. Even though he has been consistently good on defense, Adebayo has always lost out to other guys for the DPOY. In a report by Vincent Goodwill for Yahoo Sports, the Miami star opens up about missing out on the said award. "I have to do all this and average 20, 10, and 5. He said to Yahoo Sports recently, muttering down the hallway at Las Vegas Bellagio Hotel. "That's one thing that irks me, it's not my fault I'm versatile," Adebayo said. "I've been top 5 in DPOY voting the last 5 years, there's been guys y'all, media, been giving it to over me." Miami Heat, the major roadblock that led to failed DeRozan pursuit, revealed the Miami Heat were one of multiple teams that attempted to recruit DeRozan before he decided to join the Sacramento Kings. The Heat have been somewhat desperate to make a splash this offseason, and it appears that the front office felt that DeRozan would have been a great fit for their system. It just wasn't to be, though, and according to a new report, there was one major stumbling block that stood in the way for Miami. Miami Heat news: the truth behind botched DeRozan pursuit. Ultimately, DeRozan took his talents to Sacramento on a 3-year deal worth $74 million. The Heat don't have that much cap room flexibility, which is why their most viable path toward DeRozan was via a sign-and-trade deal. Incidentally, that was the same approach the Kings took to land the 6-time All-Star. According to NBA insider Bobby Marks of ESPN, however, the Heat's trade offer just didn't move the needle for the Chicago Bulls. Apparently, it was Duncan Robinson who proved to be the deal-breaker. "They tried as heck to get DeRozan," Marks said of the Heat. "Nobody wanted Duncan Robinson. Robinson is no scrub. In fact, the 6'7" swingman is coming off one of the best seasons of his career after averaging 12.9 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 2.8 triples per game last season." The main issue, however, is that Robinson is owed close to $40 million over the next 2 years. As Marks implied, no team in the league has been willing to take such a significant cap hit for a player of Robinson's caliber. At this point, whether they like it or not, it appears that the Heat are stuck with the 30-year-old forward. Will Jimmy Butler sign with West playoff contender in 2025? Chagrined by the Miami Heat's reluctance to offer him a max contract extension, 5-time All-NBA selection Jimmy Butler will become a free agent in 2025. In what's now a contract year for the star forward, teams can expect him to play as hard as ever. However, while Butler auditions for what could be his next team, there's been little discussion about his potential suitors. With that being said, it's never too early to think about next year. Here are the two teams who may have the best shot at signing Butler. Will Jimmy Butler sign with West playoff contender in 2025? Houston Rockets. With $110.6 million in projected cap space next offseason, the Houston Rockets could be big spenders for another summer. The last time they had deep pockets, they signed Fred VanVleet and Dillon Brooks to rich contracts. In 2025, it could be Butler. Butler was raised just outside of Houston, in little-known Tomball. After a decade of stardom, the 34-year-old may have outgrown small city living. Nonetheless, the chance to play close to home has appeared to many a player. Besides, Texas may not have the weather of South Florida, but Houston is one of the most enchanting metropolises in the country. That may draw Butler's attention enough for him to envision living outside of Miami. However, if the Rockets want him to consider leaving the Heat to play for them, their culture and competitiveness will be the biggest determinants. In terms of the former, Butler and Rockets head coach Ime Udoka are two peas in a pod. Their fiery styles can rub some people the wrong way, but their desire to win is undeniable. In fact, pushing those buttons helps their teams extend their boundaries. If signed outright by the Rockets, they'd have to renounce the rights to several free agents and decline all of their club options to free up the maximum amount of cap space. They don't need the whole pie to feed Butler though, just $50 to $60 million worth. They can free up much of that by declining the team options of VanVleet, $44.9 million, and AJ Griffin, $6 million. If that's not enough, they could also waive Jock Landale's non-guaranteed $8 million salary. Joining him on the roster would be Brooks, Amen Thompson, Reed Shepherd, Cam Whitmore, Jabari Smith Jr., Tari Eason, and Aaron Holiday. With a bevy of high-quality on-ball defenders, they increase their chances of making deep playoff runs in and of itself. From there, the Rockets can re-sign restricted free agent Alperen Sengun, who still figures to be their most consistent scorer. Jalen Green is likely the odd man out. Still, as he'll be a restricted free agent, the Rockets may be able to move him for additional assets. And are you a fan? What do you think of Jimmy Butler's exit? Leave your opinion in the comments.